Hello students, welcome to Saurav's classes. In this video, we are going to solve ISS 2019 question paper and the statistics portion paper 1. So let us begin with our first question of this video, which will be question number 51. So question 51 here says, consider the following table. So as you know, we have two random variables x and y, and we have few values for these two x and y, five values we have, where one value is k. And what is the value of k in the above table? So yeah, we need to find the value of this k from this table. So seeing this table and this type of questions, what comes to your mind at first? And let me tell you, the first thing that should come to your mind is Lagrange's interpolation formula. The first thing that should come to your mind is Lagrange's interpolation formula. So this is basically the most effective and easiest way of finding a value out of a table. And the function for this, or we can say the formula of Lagrange interpolation, is nothing but the function fx, which will be equal to the summation of x minus xi values divided by xi minus x1 values minus xi values. So let me expand this formula and write it for you so that it becomes easier to understand. So this will be summation I equal to 0 till n, and in numerator we will have x minus x0 multiplied by x minus x1, and so on. It will go on up till x minus xn, the last value, divided by, here we will have just xi in place of x. So this is xi minus x0, then we will have xi minus x1, and so on again till xi minus xn, and lastly we will multiply it with the y respective value, the value of y respective according to all the x values. So this is the basic formula for Lagrange interpolation formula. So let us apply this formula. This formula we will apply in our question to find the value of k. So here we have the table, as you can see. Now we need to first find what value of x is with respect to k. So as you can see, we need to find the value corresponding to 5. So here we will have, in place of x we will have 5. So function of 5, or function of 5, or we can say the value of y with respect to 5. So this will be, here we have x. So in our question you can see, in place of x we will write 5, and in place of x0, x0 here will be, here we need to take one value where we will omit one values of x's. First we will omit 2, then we will omit 3, then we will omit 4, then we will omit 6, and then we will have four different equations, and we need to sum them up. So first we will ignore 2, and here we will have 3, then we will have 5 minus 4, and lastly we will have 5 minus 6. In denominator, here we have, as we have taken xi to be, here in first case we have taken xi to be our 2. So since xi we have taken 2, so this will be again 2 minus 3, similarly 2 minus 4, and 2 minus 6. And here we have yi. So yi, here we have xi is 2, so what will be yi? Yi will be 45. The corresponding value of xi is yi, which is 45. So this will be multiplied by 45. Plus, here you can see we will add for all the values of I. Now here we have taken xi to be 2. Again, now we will take xi to be 3. So in this case, what we will have is 5 minus 2, 5 minus 4, 5 minus 6, and since our xi is 3, we will subtract 3 minus 2, 3 minus 4, 3 minus 6. This will be multiplied by the respective corresponding value of 3, which is 49.2. 49.2. Plus, again we will do the same thing in case of 4 as well as in case of 5. So you do yourself, and here I'll do to help you. So this is 5 minus 2, 5 minus 3, 5 minus 6, divided by, here we will have 4 minus 2, 4 minus 3, 4 minus 6, multiplied by the corresponding value, which is 54.1, plus the last term. Here we will take xi to be xi will be here 6, So we will skip the 6 value and we will have 5 minus 2, 5 minus 3 and 5 minus 4. And since xi is 6, we will subtract all the values from 6. 6 minus 2, 6 minus 3 and 6 minus 4, and the corresponding value to this is 67.4. So this is our basic equation. Once we solve this equation, we will get the function of the corresponding x value of 5, which will be the value of k, which is the required value. So we need to solve this further. So let us go on solving this equation and find the answer to this question. So first equation here, from this one we will get 5 minus 3 is 2, then 5 minus 4 is 1, then 5 minus 6 is minus 1, divided by 2 minus 3 is minus 1, then minus 2, then minus 4, and whole thing is multiplied to 45. So this is our first value, plus in second we have 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 minus 4 is 1, and 5 minus 6 is minus 1, divided by 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 4 is minus 1, again 3 minus 6 is minus 3. This is multiplied to 49.2, and so on we will be going. So here we will find 3 into 2 into minus 1, divided by, here we have 2 into 1 into minus 2, whole thing is multiplied to 54.1. Lastly, the last equation will give us 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, and 5 minus 4 is 1. Here we will have 4 into 3 into 2, whole thing is multiplied to 67.4. Now we need to solve this, so let us eliminate few things. Here we will have 2 and 2 gets eliminated, minus 1 minus 1. Here we have 3 and 3 gets eliminated. Here again we have 2 and a 2, and lastly we have 3 and a 3 and 2 and a 2. So we need to further solve this. Here in first equation we are getting 1 by 4 into 45. So this minus 1 minus will come outside, and here we will have simply 1 into 49.2. Again in the third we will have 3 by 2 into 54.1, and lastly we will again have 1 by 4 into 67.4. So solving this further, here we will more calculate this values, and from first equation 45 divided by 4 is 11.25, minus this is simply 49.2, plus here we have 54.1 into 3, which is 162.3, divided by 2 we will get 81.15, plus we have 67.4 divided by 4 will give us 16.85. Adding all these three, you can see here we have 11, 49, 81, 16. So okay, so this is minus 49, and 60.05 will be the calculated value of this equation, 60.05. So this is the value of k. This is what we have found to be the value of k, which is 60.05. Now let us check the options. So from here only you can see option number A has 60.05. So option A matches with our answer. So the value of A is the correct answer to this question. So option A is the correct answer to this question. Now let us move to the next question. So after 51, we have found 53 to be a very exciting question. So we will continue with question number 53. So 53 here says, what are the values of delta x to the power 5 over 3, which is x cube plus, and delta cube x o to the power 5, which is again x to the power 5 respectively. So here we have two values, and we need to find the values of these two respectively and check which is higher and which is lower. So we will just check if this is high, this is low. Let us check and find the values of these two. So first we will solve this one, which is delta 5 cube. So this can be simply written as delta 5x to the power cube, where x is equal to 0. So this is the basic formula, and here since this is delta to the power 5, we will take it as 4, and the first value here we will get is x plus h minus x. X plus h, you know, as you know, this x means x plus h minus x. So this is the basic rule of this question. You need to follow this rule and go on solving, and you will get your answer. So this will be x plus h whole cube minus x cube. So this is the function where x is equal to 0. And again, solving further, we will simplify this equation. We get 3x square h plus 3x h square plus h cube plus x cube, and we have a minus x cube, so both will get cancelled out. We are left over here with this much. Now again we will take one more delta. This will give us 3. Now we have 3, and after 3 one h is remaining from this part. Now we will have x plus h whole square minus x square. From second part, here we will have 3h square, and in brackets we will have x plus h minus x, plus last is x cube h cube. So since there is no x, that is simply a constant, so we will ignore that, and we are left with this much. Now solving further, here we will have delta cube. This is 3h. In brackets you can see we have x plus h whole square, so this will be x square plus h square plus 2xh. So x square gets cancelled. We are left with h square plus 2xh, plus we have over 3h cube, because you say x minus x gets cancelled. We are left with only 1h, which is multiplied by 3h square, so we are left with 3h cube. And here this is x is equal to 0. So again we will simplify this further. We have 3h cube plus 6xh square plus 3h cube, x is equal to 0. Now here you can see we have 3h cube, so this will be 6xh square plus 6h cube, where x is equal to 0. So here you can see we are again we need to take one more delta and check. Here we will have, so as you can see we are left with a single x. So what will happen over here is we will have 6 x plus h minus x h square plus 6h cube. So this is a constant. We will simply ignore this because this has no x value. So we are left with only this much, where x is equal to 0. So you see x gets cancelled out, and we are simply left with 6h cube, where x is equal to 0. But you can see there exists no h. This is simply a constant, so this whole function will end up to value 0. Since there is no x, there is no point of solving further, and the value comes out to be 0. So here you know the value of first portion, which is delta to the power 5 over cube, which is 0. So you can see we have three options with the first value as 0. So our possible answers are A, C or D, but option B cannot be a possible answer. So option B gets eliminated. Now we need to find the value of delta cube O to the power 5 and check whether it is 0, 150 or 96. So let us begin with our second portion here. So second portion here is delta cube O to the power 5. So simplifying this again in the same way, exactly same way, here we will have delta cube x to the power 5, where x is equal to 0. We will follow the same method, exactly same method, and solve this portion also and find the value what this portion gives us. So here we have delta square, and then we will have x plus h whole to the power 5 minus x to the power 5, where x is equal to 0. So this is, we need to expand this, and we will find over here is a plus b whole to the power 5. The function is 5 to the power 5 x to the power 4 h plus 10 x cube h square plus 10 x square h cube plus 5 x to the power 1 h to the power 4 plus h to the power 5 plus x to the power 5, but x to the power 5 and minus x to the power we are cancelled, so we are left with only this much, where x is equal to 0. So we can leave it this way and simplify it further with just taking one delta. So here we will have 5, this is 5h x to the power x plus h whole to the power 4 minus x to the power 4 h plus 10h square. Again here we will have x plus h whole cube minus x cube. In second part we will have 10h cube, here we have x plus h whole square minus x square plus 5h to the power 4, we will have x plus h minus x, and the last portion is simply a constant. Here you can see this is simply h to the power 5, which is a constant, so we will neglect that. And simplifying this further, here we have delta. First is 5h, we need x plus h whole to the power 4, so this will give us 4x cube h plus 6x square h square. This is simply a plus b whole to the power 4 formula. This is 4x h cube plus h to the power 4 plus x to the power 4, but minus x to the power 4 gets cancelled, so we are left with this much plus 10h square. This is a plus b whole cube, which is 3x square h plus 3x h square plus h cube. Again x cube gets cancelled out, and in the last portion here we have 10h cube x plus h whole square and x minus x square minus 2, so this will simply give us h square plus 2xh, and the last is 5h to the power 5, and x is equal to 0 because you can see here h minus h gets cancelled out, so we are left with h multiplied by 5h to the power 4, which gives us 5h to the power 5. So again we need to simplify this further and find the values. So here we are left with delta. Now we need to multiply and open the brackets. So this is 20h x cube h square plus 5, 6 into 5 is 30 h square x cube plus 20x h to the power 4 plus 5h multiplied by h to the power 4, so 5h to the power 5 plus 30x square h cube plus 30x h to the power 4 plus 10h to the power 2 into 3 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 10h to the power 5 plus 20x h to the power 4 plus 10h to the power 5 plus 5h to the power 5. So as you can see, this is a very lengthy calculation. You need to take care so that you do not make any silly mistakes. So keep checking your answer, keep checking every equation, keep checking every step you make. So after simplifying this, we will get delta over here. First is h to the power 5. So let us check. Here we have 5, here we have 10, again a 10, again a 5. So total 30 h to the power 5. Then we have x cube h square, x cube h square 20. Then again we have nowhere, so this is only 20x cube h square plus, then let us check x square h cube. X square h cube is 30 over here and again a 30, so this is 60x square h cube. And now let us check x h to the power 4. So here we have a 20, here we have 30, so total is 50, then again 20 is 70, so here we have 70x h to the power 4, and here this is x is equal to 0. So now let us do the last delta and let's check the values. So this will be 30h to the power 5. Since there is no x, this is a constant, so we will eliminate this portion and we are left with 20h square. This will be x plus h whole cube minus x cube plus 60h cube. Here we have x plus h whole square minus x square. Then we have 70h to the power 4, simply x plus h minus x, and now this is x is equal to 0. So solving further, we have 20h square in bracket 3x square h plus 3x h square plus h cube, x cube gets cancelled out, plus 60h cube. Here we have h square plus 2xh, again x square gets cancelled, and here we are left with 70h to the power 5, and this x is equal to 0. So let us solve this and check the values we get. So this will be 20h to the power 5 plus 60h to the power 5. Yeah, this is I am just taking the h to the power 5 value. So this is 20 h to the power 3 2 into h cube. Now here we have 60 h cubed multiplied by h square, and lastly we have 70 h to the power 5. So this is just h to the power 5 values, plus we have from the first bracket we have 60 h to the power 4, plus from the first we have 20 h to the power 5. Then we will have 120 x to the power 4 plus 60 h cube x square plus again 60 h to the power 5 plus 70 h to the power 5. Oh, okay. I guess I have added these values thrice. So this h to the power 5 values won't be there because we have already added them in this in this bracket separately. So solving here, at the end we have h is equal to x is equal to 0. So now we will apply this x is equal to 0, and all these values which are outside bracket will get neglected, and we are only left with 150 h to the power 5. So when we are choosing h is equal to 1, here in the end if we choose h is equal to 1, this value will come out, which was delta 3o to the power 5, which was 150 h to the power 5, where h is equal to 1. So this value will be 150. So 150 is the final answer of this question, where we have taken h is equal to 1 and x is equal to 0 after solving. So our answer to this question came out to be 150. The second portion is 150 and the first portion you can see is 0. So now let's check the options. In option C you can see we have a 0 and a 150. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Question number 53, the correct answer is option number C. So we have solved few questions. So I will like to end this video here. You will find more solutions to ISS 2019 question paper statistics paper 1 in our further videos.